Have you ever wondered why some people effortlessly attract wealth while others seem to struggle no matter how hard they work? What if I told you that the key to unlocking your wealth is already within you, within your words, your feelings, and your imagination? In the beginning, it is not your circumstances, your job, or your education that limits you. It is your belief about yourself and what you can achieve. Wealth is not something you chase or struggle to earn. It is something that is attracted to you when you live and speak in the state of already possessing it. And today, I'm going to share with you the secret words that can change your financial destiny. You see, words are not just sounds or symbols. They are the vibrations of your inner world, manifesting into the physical world. Words have power because they carry the energy of your inner state. So when you speak the right words, you are aligning yourself with the vibrations of wealth, and the universe must reflect that back to you. Imagine for a moment that you already have all the wealth you desire. See yourself living in luxury, enjoying every moment, free from worry and stress. Now ask yourself, what would you say if you were already wealthy? Would you speak in terms of scarcity, doubt, or struggle? Or would your words be those of abundance, confidence, and gratitude? The words you speak must align with the state you wish to embody. Speak as if you are already in possession of the wealth you desire, and the universe must yield to that assumption. Words are not mere tools of communication. They are the very building blocks of your reality. Let me share with you the 8 key principles that will guide you in attracting wealth through the power of your words. Always speak as though your desire has already been fulfilled. Use words that reflect the reality of your wealth now. Say, I am living in abundance, not I will be wealthy. The state of the wish fulfilled is the only state that produces results. Your words must carry the full conviction of your belief. Speak with the assurance that your words are not empty, but are the manifestation of your inner truth. Feel the weight of your own words and let them resonate with your certainty. Wealth is not just about money. It is about the flow of good things into your life. Express gratitude for the wealth that is already on its way to you. Say, I am so thankful for the abundance that surrounds me. Gratitude is the frequency that attracts more to you. Time is a construct of the mind. The only time that exists is now. Speak in the present tense as though your desire has already materialized. I am wealth. I am prosperous. Not I will be or I hope to be. Let your words be filled with confidence and belief in your own worth. When you speak about your wealth, speak as though it is your natural state. Say, I am deserving of all the wealth the universe has to offer. And let your words carry the weight of your self-assuredness. Do not speak of the obstacles or difficulties you face on the path to wealth. Instead, speak of your successes. I am constantly finding new opportunities for wealth. Or, I am always in the right place at the right time. Your words must reflect your success, not your struggle. Wealth is limitless, and so should be your words. Speak of abundance in every area of your life. Money flows to me effortlessly. I attract wealth and opportunities with ease. Do not limit your speech to what you currently have. Expand it to what you wish to experience. Words must be spoken with faith. Faith is the inner knowing that your words will not return void. I believe in my ability to create wealth. I know the universe is working in my favor. Faith in your own words is the seed from which your wealth grows. Now let me ask you this. Do you believe that the words you speak can shape your reality? Because if you do, you can begin today to speak the language of wealth. Your words are the key to unlocking a world of abundance and prosperity that has always been yours to claim. Begin speaking these words and feel the shift in your inner state. As you speak from the end, as if your desires are already realized, the world will begin to reflect that truth. Remember, the world is but a mirror to your inner world. Speak wealth into existence and watch it manifest. When you speak, it is important to speak from the end being the state you desire to live in. So often, people speak of their desires as though they are somewhere in the future, always out of reach. They say things like, I will be wealthy, or one day I hope to find financial freedom. These words, however well-intentioned, do nothing to bring your desires into your present experience. The truth is, the only reality that matters is the present. What you assume to be true right now is the reality you will experience. To truly attract wealth, you must speak and act as though the wealth you desire is already here today. Imagine that you are already living the life of abundance that you seek. Feel the security that comes with financial freedom. See the luxuries that surround you, the comfort, the ease, the opportunities, and the joy. Now, from that place of already being wealthy, speak as if it is already your reality. Don't speak as though wealth is something that is going to come someday. Speak as though it is already here with you. You must live in the end result, the assumption of already having what you desire. The reason for this is simple yet profound. Your inner world creates your outer world. What you believe to be true, what you imagine yourself to be, will always reflect in your physical reality. So if you continue to speak as though wealth is a distant goal, you are reinforcing the idea that it is something you are still working towards, something not yet realized. But the moment you begin speaking as though you are already wealthy, you begin to align your inner world with the truth of abundance. And in doing so, the outer world must eventually reflect that alignment. When you live in the end, you stop waiting for wealth to show up in your life. You assume in every word you speak and every thought you think that you are already living in abundance. You speak from the state of already having what you desire, not from the state of longing or striving. There is a subtle but powerful difference between saying, I will be wealthy, and saying, I am wealthy now. The first statement keeps wealth in the future. The second brings it into the present moment. This shift in consciousness requires a change in perception. You must see yourself not as someone who is lacking or struggling, but as someone who is already in possession of everything they desire. This is why speaking from the end is so essential, because the moment you assume the feeling of already having wealth, your inner world starts to shift. Your self-concept begins to transform. You begin to see yourself as deserving of all the wealth and abundance the world has to offer. When you adopt this mindset, you also begin to attract new opportunities. You will start to see solutions where there were once obstacles. People will begin to show up in your life who can help you achieve your goals. Doors that were previously closed will open, and opportunities will appear that align perfectly with the wealthy version of yourself that you have assumed. But none of this happens until you begin to speak from the end, from the state of already having. You see, your words are not just empty phrases. They are the vibrations of your inner world coming into alignment with your outer world. Every time you speak, you are sending out a signal to the universe about who you are and what you believe you deserve. If you speak as though you are already wealthy, you send a clear signal that you are already living in that reality. The universe in turn must reflect that back to you. The key is to stay true to this assumption, regardless of the current circumstances. Do not allow your present financial situation, the opinions of others, or any outside influences to sway you from your belief. You must remain unwavering in your conviction that you are already in possession of your desire. If you waver, even for a moment, and begin to speak of lack or limitation, you undo the work you've done in aligning with wealth. It's important to understand that this is not about pretending to be something you're not. This is not about simply repeating affirmations without truly feeling them. This is about truly assuming the state of already having what you desire. It's about feeling the emotions of abundance now, not waiting for some future event to change your circumstances. Speak with the feeling of already having your desires fulfilled, and the world must begin to reflect that. As you begin to speak from the end, you will notice subtle shifts in your behavior. You will start to act like a wealthy person. You will make decisions from the place of someone who is already prosperous, not from a place of scarcity or fear. You will begin to carry yourself differently, to move through the world with the confidence of someone who knows their worth. And as you do, your external reality will begin to shift in response to the new inner state you have assumed. To speak from the end is to acknowledge that you are the creator of your own reality. It is to accept full responsibility for the world you have created and to realize that your thoughts and words are the forces shaping your life. Wealth is not something you have to chase or struggle for. It is something that comes to you when you align with the state of already having it. So begin today to speak as though you are already wealthy and watch the world begin to reflect your new inner state. You may not see immediate results, but that does not mean the process is not working. Just as a seed takes time to grow into a tree, the words you speak from the end will begin to take root in your life. With patience, persistence, and unwavering faith in your own creative power, you will begin to see the evidence of your assumptions manifest in the physical world. So, begin now. Speak from the end. Speak as though you are already the person who has achieved the wealth you desire. Live in that assumption. Feel the emotions of already having and allow the universe to reflect that state back to you. Your words must carry with them the full conviction of your belief. There is a profound power in speaking not only with confidence, but also with absolute certainty. You cannot attract wealth or success into your life while speaking from a place of doubt, fear, or indecision. The universe does not respond to weak, wavering thoughts and words. It responds to the unshakable confidence that you are already the person you wish to become. The key is to speak with conviction, believing in your own words as though they are already a truth in your life. When you speak, you must embody the belief that what you are saying is not only possible, but inevitable. Too often, people speak with hope rather than certainty. They say things like, "I hope I'll be able to attract wealth," or "maybe one day I will have financial freedom." These words are full of doubt. They don't carry the weight of belief. They carry the energy of wishing and hoping, not of having and knowing. And the universe cannot respond to such energy. It is only through confident and firm belief that the creative power of your words will begin to shape your reality. Consider for a moment the power of a person who speaks with total confidence. When they say something, they speak as though it is already accomplished, already in their possession, and there is no room for doubt. It's as if the words themselves carry the certainty of a truth already manifested. This is the attitude you must adopt when speaking about wealth. Speak of it not as a future goal, but as a present reality. Speak of it as though it is already yours, and do so with complete conviction. To speak with conviction is to know, deep within yourself, that your desires are already fulfilled. It's not enough to just say the words. You must feel them to your core. You must embody the emotion of already having what you desire. When you speak of wealth, don't simply use the words in a mechanical way. Feel them, live them, and let them become a part of your very being. The feeling behind the words is the fuel that drives the manifestation. The words alone, without the conviction of the feeling, are powerless. When you are confident in your own words, you stop questioning whether you are worthy of the wealth you desire. You stop wondering if it will ever come. You speak from a place of knowing that it is already on its way to you. And the more you speak with this unwavering confidence, the more the world begins to reflect it. You begin to act from a place of abundance and not lack. You make decisions as someone who is already wealthy, and those decisions lead you down a path toward greater wealth. This confidence does not come from external sources. It comes from within. It is the deep inner knowing that you are worthy and capable of creating the life you desire. You are the creator of your reality, and it is through the confidence of your words that you direct your creative power. Your inner world is the source of all your outward experiences. And when you speak with the firm belief that you are already wealthy, your inner world aligns with that truth, and the outer world must follow. One of the most important aspects of speaking with conviction is the ability to disregard current circumstances. It is easy to speak with conviction when things are going well, when there is evidence of abundance in your life. But true conviction comes when you speak the words of your desire, even in the face of apparent lack. If you allow your current situation to dictate your words, you are giving power to the circumstances and you're not living in the state of your desired reality. Instead, speak the words of wealth and abundance, regardless of your present circumstances. Speak them with confidence, knowing that the external world must eventually reflect the inner world of certainty you are creating. It is in moments of doubt that your conviction must be strongest. The more you stand firm in your belief, regardless of what the world around you says, the more the universe will bend to your will. This is the nature of creation. Your inner world creates your outer world. If you are constantly shifting your words to match the reality you see around you, you are never truly living in the end. But if you can speak with absolute certainty that the wealth you desire is already yours, you are living from the end, and the universe must bring that reality to you. Conviction is the bridge between desire and manifestation. Without conviction, you remain in a state of longing, of wanting, and you keep your desires perpetually out of reach. But with conviction, you declare that your desires are already fulfilled, and the world must reflect that declaration. Conviction is not a superficial confidence that you put on to appear certain. It is the deep, unshakable knowledge that your words are powerful and that the universe must respond to them. To speak with conviction means to trust in the creative power of your own words. It means understanding that what you say is not merely an expression of thought, but the shaping of your reality. The words you speak have energy, and that energy is what attracts the circumstances, people, and events that bring your desires into physical form. The more conviction you speak with, the more the energy of your words becomes a magnet for your desires. When you speak with conviction, you are not merely affirming what you want to happen. You are embodying the feeling of having already achieved it. The universe does not respond to what you wish for. It responds to who you believe you are and what you believe you already have. Speak with conviction. Speak as if it has already happened, and the universe must align with that belief. In the end, the key to speaking with conviction is a deep understanding that you are the creator of your world. Your words are the tools through which you shape your reality, and the universe is always listening. When you speak with unwavering belief, you activate the power within you to manifest wealth. Speak as though you are already wealthy. Feel it deeply, and the world will reflect that reality back to you. When you speak of wealth, it is essential to express gratitude for what you already have and for what is on its way to you. Gratitude is not just a feeling of thankfulness, it is a powerful vibration that attracts more to you. It is the recognition of the abundance that already exists in your life, and in doing so, it opens the door for more abundance to flow freely into your experience. Gratitude is the frequency of the universe. It aligns you with the flow of prosperity. And when you speak with gratitude, you are aligning your inner world with the outer world of limitless possibility. Many people make the mistake of waiting until they see the physical manifestation of their desires before they feel grateful. They think that once the money comes or once they achieve financial freedom, then they will be thankful. But this is backwards. The truth is, you must express gratitude for the wealth that is already on its way to you long before you can see it in your bank account or in your material circumstances. By doing so, you are activating the very energy that will bring it into your life. Gratitude is a magnetic force. It draws more of what you are thankful for into your life. When you express gratitude for wealth, you are acknowledging that wealth is already a part of your experience, even if you cannot see it yet. You are speaking to the universe as if your desires are already fulfilled, and in turn, the universe responds by bringing those desires into physical form. The law of attraction is a law of alignment. When you align yourself with the energy of gratitude, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. Many people fail to recognize the abundance that already exists in their lives. They focus so heavily on what they don't have, on the lack they perceive, that they fail to see the wealth that is already there. Wealth is not only measured in money. It exists in your health, in the love you experience, in the opportunities that come your way, in the connections you make with others. These are all forms of abundance, and when you begin to express gratitude for these things, you open yourself up to even greater abundance. If you only focus on what is missing, you are energetically blocking the flow of wealth into your life. But if you begin to acknowledge and appreciate the wealth that is already here, you begin to attract more of it. When you speak of wealth, speak with the deep conviction that it is already here, in every form, even if it has not yet manifested in the way you expect. Begin by saying, I am so grateful for all the wealth that is on its way to me, and feel the emotion of that gratitude. Feel the thankfulness in your heart for the financial abundance that is coming, for the opportunities that are right around the corner. When you speak with gratitude, you are vibrating at the frequency of abundance. And this is what draws more wealth into your life. Gratitude also changes your perspective. It shifts your focus away from what you lack and toward what you already have. This shift is essential because what you focus on expands. If you constantly focus on your lack, that is what you will attract. But if you focus on the abundance in your life, you will attract more abundance. Gratitude is a tool that helps you train your mind to focus on the positive aspects of your life, the wealth that is already present, and the wealth that is on its way to you. As you continue to focus on these things, you will notice more and more opportunities, more and more people, and more circumstances that align with your desire for wealth. When you express gratitude, you are also acknowledging that you are deserving of the wealth that is coming to you. Gratitude is a recognition of your worthiness. It is an affirmation that you are ready to receive the abundance that is being offered to you. Many people block their own wealth by failing to believe they are worthy of it. They may feel guilty for wanting money, or they may believe that wealth is only for a select few. But gratitude reminds you that you are deserving of all the good that life has to offer. It allows you to accept wealth as your birthright, and in doing so, it opens the floodgates for it to come to you. Gratitude also strengthens your faith. When you express gratitude for something you cannot yet see, you are practicing faith. You are trusting that what you desire is already on its way to you, even though it has not yet manifested in your reality. This is the key to manifestation. You must believe that it is already done, even if there is no physical evidence of it yet. Gratitude strengthens this belief because it shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already here. It builds the inner knowing that everything you desire is already on its way to you. And the more you practice this, the stronger your faith becomes, and the more quickly your desires begin to materialize. Gratitude is also a key to maintaining a positive attitude in the face of challenges. It's easy to be grateful when things are going well, but the true power of gratitude is revealed when you can remain thankful, even in the face of adversity. When things seem difficult, express gratitude for the lessons and opportunities that come with challenges. See every obstacle as an opportunity for growth, and be grateful for the strength and wisdom you gain from overcoming it. This shift in perspective allows you to stay aligned with abundance, even when external circumstances seem unfavorable. When you speak with gratitude, you are sending out a clear message to the universe that you are ready to receive. The universe responds to the energy you put out, and gratitude is a high-frequency vibration that attracts more of what you desire. As you continue to speak and act from a place of gratitude, you will find that the world begins to reflect that energy back to you. Wealth, in all its forms, will begin to flow effortlessly into your life. So let your words be filled with gratitude, for gratitude is the key to unlocking the door to abundance. Speak of your wealth with thankfulness, knowing that the universe is already bringing it to you. Speak of it as though it is already here, and feel the emotion of gratitude as you do. This simple practice will align you with the frequency of abundance and set in motion the manifestation of all your desires. It is crucial to understand that the feelings you embody are the very magnet for your desires. Words alone are not enough. The universe does not respond merely to the things you say. It responds to the energy you emit. Words are important, but they must be spoken with feeling, for it is the feeling that gives the words their power. If you say you are wealthy, but do not feel wealthy, those words lack the charge necessary to create change in your life. The feeling behind the words is the key that unlocks the door to your desires. Feelings are the language of the universe. It is not enough to merely speak of wealth. You must embody the feeling of wealth in every cell of your being. When you speak of abundance, you must feel abundant. When you speak of prosperity, you must feel prosperous. This is the critical shift that many miss. They speak of their desires with the hope that someday they will feel the way they speak. However, the reality is that feeling must precede the manifestation. Feeling is the cause, and the outer world is the effect. Every person has an inner state that dictates how they experience the world. The feeling of wealth or abundance must be assumed and lived in the present moment. You do not wait for wealth to come to you before you feel wealthy. You must feel the emotion of having abundance now before you see any physical evidence of it. The moment you align your feelings with your desires, you begin to transform your inner world, and in turn the outer world must shift to reflect that change. When you imagine wealth, it is not enough to simply see the images of money or material possessions in your mind. You must bring the feeling of wealth into your body. You must feel the emotions that accompany being wealthy: comfort, security, freedom, joy. When you fully embrace the feelings of wealth, your body and mind begin to align with the vibration of abundance. This alignment sends out a powerful signal to the universe, one that attracts wealth and opportunities into your life. The feeling you hold about wealth is what determines the actions you take, the decisions you make, and the opportunities you recognize. When you feel abundant, you make choices that reflect abundance. You are open to opportunities because you are already living in the state of having, not in the state of wanting. The moment you feel abundant, you begin to act like someone who has already achieved their goals. And in doing so, you create the circumstances that will bring those goals into reality. The feeling of wealth is not just about feeling good in the moment. It is a declaration that you are already living the life you desire. Wealth is not something that will come to you once you have enough money or once you reach a certain goal. Wealth is a state of being. It is an inner feeling, an emotional experience that must be embodied now. The more you feel the emotions associated with wealth, the more you attract situations, people, and opportunities that match that feeling. This is how the law of attraction works. Your inner world of feelings must align with the outer world of manifestation. A critical aspect of this is being mindful of your emotional state at all times. The feelings you experience throughout your day shape your reality. If you constantly feel fear, doubt, or lack, those emotions will attract similar experiences of limitation. On the other hand, when you feel abundant, confident, and successful, you attract experiences that reflect those feelings. Therefore, it is essential to consciously choose the feelings you wish to embody and make them a consistent part of your daily experience. When you can do this, you shift your vibrational frequency, and the universe must bring circumstances that match that frequency. Feeling wealthy also means being open to receiving. Many people block their own wealth by not allowing themselves to fully receive the abundance that is available to them. They may feel guilty about money, or they may have subconscious beliefs that they are unworthy of wealth. These feelings of unworthiness must be released in order to allow wealth to flow freely into your life. The feeling of wealth comes from knowing that you are deserving of it, and that the universe is abundant and generous. When you align yourself with this belief, you open the floodgates to receive all that is waiting for you. It is not just about money either. Feeling wealthy includes a sense of overall well-being. It is about feeling abundant in health, relationships, and opportunities. The more you focus on the positive aspects of your life and feel grateful for them, the more you amplify the feeling of abundance. This in turn brings even more wealth in all its forms into your life. The universe does not differentiate between types of wealth. The more you embrace the feeling of wealth in one area of your life, the more it expands into every other area. If you can feel abundant in your relationships, your health, or your sense of purpose, you begin to attract wealth into those areas as well. When you take the time to cultivate the feeling of wealth, it becomes easier to navigate through life's challenges. Even in the face of difficulty, you can maintain a sense of inner abundance. This is the power of emotions. They can carry you through any circumstance, and they have the ability to shift your reality. The key is to never let your external circumstances dictate your internal feelings. No matter what is happening outside of you, you have the power to choose the emotions you want to embody. If you consistently choose to feel abundant, confident, and successful, the universe will respond by reflecting those feelings back to you. Ultimately, wealth is a state of mind and an emotional experience. The more you feel the emotions of wealth, the more it becomes your reality. The feelings you embody create the vibration that attracts wealth into your life. Therefore, it is essential to focus not just on what you want, but on how you want to feel. Wealth is not something you acquire, it is something you embody. The moment you align your feelings with wealth, the universe must reflect that alignment. When you desire wealth, it is essential to act as if the wealth you seek has already been realized. This is not merely about pretending or going through the motions. It is about fully inhabiting the feeling and the identity of the person you wish to become. Acting as if is one of the most powerful tools you can use to bring your desires into being. It is an affirmation that you are already living in the state of abundance you wish to experience. Acting as if creates the necessary mental and emotional environment for the manifestation of wealth. It shifts your internal state to match the external reality you desire, aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your goal. Many people mistakenly think that they must wait until they have the wealth they desire before they can act confidently or abundantly. They believe that once they are financially free, they will be able to make the decisions and take the actions that wealthy people do. But the truth is, wealth does not come first. It comes after you begin to embody the state of wealth. The act of living as though your desires are already fulfilled is the key to attracting them. This is the fundamental shift that most people miss. Wealth is not a future event. It is an already accomplished fact that you must mentally and emotionally live from. This process starts by changing how you think and behave. Think about the way wealthy people move through life. They carry themselves with confidence. They make decisions with ease, and they know that opportunities will always present themselves. They live in a state of abundance, and they respond to the world as though they already have everything they need. When you act as if, you stop waiting for something outside of yourself to change. You stop waiting for external circumstances to improve before you start acting differently. Instead, you begin to live from the end result, operating from the mindset and behavior of the person you want to become. The power of acting as if is rooted in the law of assumption. This law states that whatever you assume to be true becomes your reality. If you assume that you are wealthy, that wealth is already yours, then you will begin to act, think, and speak from the perspective of someone who is already wealthy. You won't wait until the external world gives you evidence that you are wealthy. You will create that evidence by acting as if it is already true. This is the foundation of manifestation. You must act in congruence with your desires, not in opposition to them. When you act as if, you begin to take the actions that are aligned with your desires. For example, if you desire financial freedom, you start to make decisions as though you already have the financial resources to support those decisions. You stop hesitating, second-guessing, or holding yourself back. You make choices with certainty and confidence because you are already living as if you are wealthy. Wealthy people take calculated risks, invest in opportunities, and make decisions based on what they want, not based on what they fear. Acting as if encourages you to step into your power and make bold moves, knowing that you are already worthy of success. This approach also changes your energy. When you act as if you are already wealthy, you begin to vibrate at the frequency of wealth. You stop worrying about lack, scarcity, or limitation. Instead, you embrace a mindset of abundance, knowing that there is more than enough to go around. This shift in energy is crucial because it is your vibration that attracts your desires. If you continue to act and think from a place of lack, you will attract more lack. But if you act from the standpoint of abundance, one of the most important aspects of acting as if is fully embracing the idea that you deserve to live the life you desire. Many people struggle with the idea of acting confidently because they don't believe they are worthy of the wealth they desire. But acting as if is a form of self-affirmation. By choosing to live as though you already have everything you need, you are sending a message to yourself that you are deserving of abundance. The more you embrace this identity, the more you step into your rightful place as a creator of your own reality. When you act as if, you are no longer waiting for permission from the outside world. You are giving yourself permission to live the life you've always dreamed of. Acting as if also means taking care of yourself as though you already have everything you need. You begin to make decisions about your health, your relationships, and your self-care from a place of abundance. You stop waiting to feel good enough to take care of yourself or to invest in your own well-being. Acting as if means you treat yourself with the respect and care that a wealthy person would. You invest in your personal growth, in your health, and in your happiness, because you recognize that you are worthy of the best life has to offer. Moreover, acting as if helps you to stay in alignment with your desires, even when external circumstances seem unfavorable. It is easy to stay positive and act confidently when everything is going well. But true power lies in your ability to act as if when things seem uncertain or challenging. When you act as if, you do not let external circumstances dictate your inner state. Instead, you maintain your belief in your ability to create your desired outcome, regardless of what the world around you looks like. This is the power of assumption. You know that your inner world dictates your outer world, and you remain steadfast in your assumption that wealth is already yours. The more you practice acting as if, the more natural it becomes. You begin to embody the feeling of wealth in all areas of your life. You stop waiting for permission to act with confidence, and instead, you begin to make decisions and take actions from the standpoint of a wealthy person. You no longer allow doubt, fear, or uncertainty to control your life. You recognize that your thoughts and actions are creating your reality, and you take full responsibility for your success. Ultimately, acting as if is about stepping into the identity of the person you wish to become. It is about living in the state of wealth, abundance, and success that you desire, long before it manifests in your physical reality. The more you act as if, the more your reality begins to shift to match the state you are embodying. Your thoughts, words, actions, and energy begin to align with the vibration of wealth, and the universe responds by bringing that wealth into your life. Act as if, and you will see the world around you change in profound ways. When you speak the words of wealth, they must be spoken with full conviction and belief in their truth. The power of words is often underestimated, yet they are the very medium through which we create our reality. The words we speak are not just sounds that fill the air, they are forces that carry energy and vibration, shaping the world around us. If you speak words of wealth, but do not believe them, then you are sending mixed signals to the universe. The universe only responds to the energy you emit, and belief is the fuel that powers that energy. Belief is the bridge between your desires and their manifestation. When you speak with conviction, you are affirming to the universe that you truly believe in your desires. This belief aligns your inner state with the external reality you wish to create. Without belief, words are simply hollow. They lack the force to shape your reality. It is not enough to repeat affirmations mechanically, hoping that one day they will come true. True power comes from speaking with the full conviction that what you are saying is already a reality. This is where the magic lies. When you speak with the firm belief that your desires are already fulfilled, You are tapping into the creative power of the universe. In order to speak with true conviction, you must first cultivate a belief in your own worthiness and ability to create. Many people block their own success by harboring subconscious beliefs that they are not worthy of wealth, that money is hard to come by, or that their desires are out of reach. These limiting beliefs prevent the words they speak from carrying any real power. The key is to recognize that your desires are not only possible, but they are also meant for you. The universe operates on the principle of abundance, and there is always enough for everyone. Wealth, success, and prosperity are available to you just as much as they are available to anyone else. Once you embrace the idea that you are worthy of wealth, you can begin to speak words of abundance with confidence. When you say, "I am wealthy," do not say it as a wish or a hope. Say it as a declaration of fact. When you speak with the firm belief that you are already wealthy, your words begin to take root in your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is the creative force behind all that we experience. When you affirm your wealth with conviction, you plant seeds of abundance in your subconscious, which then begin to shape your thoughts, actions, and experiences. It is essential to remember that the words you speak must align with the feelings you embody. Words and feelings are inseparable. If you speak words of wealth but do not feel wealthy, your words will not carry the necessary power to bring about change. Your feelings are the key to activating the energy of the words you speak. You must not only speak wealth, but also feel it deeply in your body. The more you can embody the feeling of being wealthy, the more your words will carry the vibration of wealth. The two must go hand in hand, belief and feeling. Without belief, your words are powerless. Without feeling, your words lack the emotional charge to create lasting change. When you speak words of wealth, you are not just talking about money. Wealth encompasses much more than material riches. It includes abundance in all areas of your life. Health, relationships, opportunities, and personal growth are all forms of wealth. When you speak about wealth, speak of it in its fullest sense. Embrace the richness that already exists in your life and express gratitude for all of it. Your words must reflect the totality of abundance, not just the specific manifestation of financial wealth. The universe will respond to the energy of abundance that you radiate, and when you speak with a broad and inclusive vision of wealth, you invite more of it into your life. One of the most powerful ways to speak words of wealth is to speak in the present tense. The present moment is the only time in which creation occurs. When you speak of wealth in the future tense, you are pushing your desires away, postponing their arrival. You are telling the universe that wealth is something you will have someday, but not today. Instead, speak as though your desires are already fulfilled. Use affirmations such as, "I am wealthy now," or "Wealth is here, flowing into my life effortlessly." This shift in language aligns your inner state with the present moment of creation, and the universe responds by bringing forth the conditions that match your words. The power of belief and conviction also extends to the way you speak about the process of wealth creation. Many people fall into the trap of thinking that wealth is difficult to attain, or that it requires a great deal of struggle and sacrifice. These beliefs create resistance to the flow of abundance. When you speak of wealth, speak of it as something that comes easily and effortlessly. Wealth is your birthright. It is not something you must work hard for or struggle to obtain. When you speak with conviction, you are declaring that the universe is abundant and generous, and that all things are possible for you. Speak of wealth as a natural part of your life, not something that is outside of your reach. The more you speak in this way, the more the universe will reflect this ease and abundance back to you. In addition to speaking with conviction, it is essential to speak with clarity. Your words must be clear and specific. Ambiguity creates confusion, and confusion creates delays. When you speak of wealth, be specific about what you desire. Instead of saying, "I want more money," say, "I am grateful for the $10,000 0 cents that is now in my bank account. Or I am thankful for the new opportunities that are bringing in financial abundance. The clearer you are with your words, the more precisely the universe can respond. Specificity creates focus, and focus brings about quicker manifestation. Lastly, remember that your words are a reflection of your inner state. If you speak words of wealth, but still hold on to doubts or fears, your words will not have the power to create change. Your inner world must be in harmony with the words you speak. This is why belief and conviction are so important. When you fully believe that you are worthy of wealth, when you feel the emotions of abundance, and when you speak with the unwavering conviction that wealth is already yours, your words become a powerful force of creation. The universe responds to this alignment by bringing your desires into physical form. Speak the words of wealth with conviction, and watch as your world begins to reflect the abundance you have already claimed. The words you speak today are the seeds of your future. Speak them with confidence, belief, and clarity, knowing that you are already living the life of your dreams. The act of visualizing your desires as already fulfilled is a critical element in attracting wealth into your life. Visualization is not just a mental exercise. It is a powerful tool for transforming your inner world to match the outer world you wish to create. It is the ability to mentally and emotionally inhabit the feeling of already having what you desire. When you visualize, you create a mental image of your goal as if it is already a part of your current reality. The clearer, more vivid, and detailed your mental picture, the stronger the impression it leaves on your subconscious mind, which is the creative force behind all manifestations. Visualization is not about simply imagining what you want. It is about immersing yourself in the experience of having it now. Imagine yourself already living in the abundance you seek. Feel the emotions associated with that abundance. What does it feel like to be wealthy? What emotions rise within you when you picture yourself financially free? These feelings are the key. The more vividly you can feel and experience your desires in your mind, the more you align your inner state with your external goal. The universe does not distinguish between what is imagined and what is real in the physical world. It responds to the emotions and vibrations you emit, and when you visualize, you are sending out the vibration of already having your desires. Visualization works because the subconscious mind cannot distinguish between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you imagine yourself already in possession of wealth, your subconscious begins to work on your behalf, believing that this is your current reality. Your mind then begins to seek ways to bring this vision into physical form, aligning your thoughts, behaviors, and opportunities with the outcome you desire. This is the creative process at work. By assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are tapping into the power of your subconscious mind to bring that vision into your reality. When you visualize, it is important to use all your senses to make the experience as real as possible. Sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell all contribute to the richness of the image you are creating. If you are visualizing being wealthy, imagine the sights, sounds, and experiences of wealth. Picture yourself living in the house of your dreams, driving the car you desire, or enjoying the freedom to travel wherever you please. Hear the sounds of success, perhaps the ringing of a phone with business opportunities, or the laughter of loved ones as you share your abundance. Feel the joy and satisfaction of having everything you've ever wanted. The more sensory details you include, the more your subconscious mind can accept the visualization as a reality. This process of living in the end result, of visualizing your desires as already accomplished, is the most effective way to accelerate the manifestation of your wealth. When you visualize in this way, you are programming your mind to seek out the opportunities, ideas, and actions that will bring your vision to life. The power of visualization lies in its ability to condition your mind to act in accordance with the reality you have created in your imagination. The more you visualize, the more natural it becomes to think and behave in ways that align with your desired outcome. Your thoughts become aligned with your visualizations, and as you continue to act from that space, your external reality begins to change. Another key aspect of visualization is the belief that what you are visualizing is not a future event, but a present reality. Many people make the mistake of visualizing something they believe they will have in the future, and in doing so, they delay the manifestation. The universe responds to the present moment. It is only when you embrace the feeling that your desire has already been fulfilled that it can begin to manifest. The future does not exist in the realm of creation. The present moment is the only time when things are brought into being. Visualization works when you live in the assumption that what you desire is already yours. This mindset eliminates the gap between your desire and its manifestation, allowing the wealth you seek to flow into your life now, not at some distant point in the future. As you visualize, it is important to maintain a sense of gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful force that amplifies your desires. When you visualize, feel deep appreciation for the wealth you are experiencing in your mind's eye. Gratitude strengthens the connection between your inner world and the outer world, drawing even more abundance into your life. Gratitude affirms that you already have what you desire, and this declaration of having enhances the power of your visualization. It is a recognition that the universe has already provided you with everything you need, and by feeling grateful, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. Visualization is not a passive activity. It requires active participation from you. You must commit to the process and consistently dedicate time and energy to creating the mental images that represent your desires. Just as you would practice a skill or develop a habit, visualization must be practiced regularly to be effective. Set aside time each day to immerse yourself in the feeling of having your desires fulfilled. The more often you visualize, the stronger the impression it makes on your subconscious mind. Eventually, your mind begins to operate as though your desires are already a reality, and you begin to notice opportunities and circumstances shifting to align with your vision. There are also moments when doubt and disbelief may arise. When this happens, it is essential to return to the visualization process with even greater focus and conviction. Doubts are simply indications that your subconscious mind is not fully aligned with your desire, and they must be addressed by returning to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The key to overcoming doubt is persistence. Continue to visualize, continue to feel the emotions of success, and know that the more you reinforce the mental image of your desires, the more quickly they will manifest. Visualization is a tool of creation, but it is not the only tool. It must be coupled with consistent action that aligns with your vision. The act of visualizing alone does not bring wealth. It must be supported by a mindset that recognizes opportunities, takes inspired action, and remains open to the abundance that is already on its way. Visualization helps you to create the mental and emotional environment in which wealth can flourish, but it is your thoughts, beliefs, and actions that will bring it into form. To truly manifest wealth through visualization, you must immerse yourself in the belief that you are already living in the abundance you seek. Visualize your success. Feel the emotions of that success, and allow your mind to work in harmony with your desires. The more you visualize with clarity, feeling, and conviction, the sooner the external world will reflect the wealth that you have already created in your mind. The process of cultivating patience is essential when it comes to manifesting wealth. Many people make the mistake of thinking that because they desire something, it should immediately appear in their lives. However, true creation works in harmony with the natural laws of the universe, which sometimes require a period of gestation before results can manifest in the physical world. This time of waiting is not an indication of failure or lack, but rather a necessary part of the process that allows your desires to come into full fruition. Patience, in this context, is the understanding that everything is unfolding according to divine timing, and your job is to maintain your focus and belief during this process. Patience is not passive. It is not about simply waiting around and hoping that things will magically change. It is an active process of maintaining your state of mind and your belief that your desires are already on their way. It is the unwavering faith that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your desires to fruition. And all you need to do is continue to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the end result. During this time, the key is to resist the temptation to doubt or to feel discouraged. When doubt creeps in, it only delays the manifestation of your desires. Instead, patience is the ability to hold fast to your vision, knowing that the universe is bringing it to you in the perfect way and at the perfect time. Patience also requires that you trust in the process. Many people get caught up in impatience because they do not trust that the universe is working in their favor. They may look around at their current circumstances and believe that their desires are out of reach because they cannot see any immediate evidence of change. But the absence of visible results does not mean that nothing is happening. Often, the universe is working behind the scenes, preparing the conditions necessary for your desires to come into being. Your job is to stay focused on the end result and continue to hold the vision of wealth and abundance in your mind. The universe has its own timeline, and it is always in your best interest to trust that this timeline is perfect, even if it does not match your own expectations. In moments of impatience, it is important to remind yourself that everything is in divine order. Wealth, like all desires, comes when the time is right and the right circumstances are in place. This is why patience is so closely tied to trust. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should and that every moment is bringing you closer to the manifestation of your desires. It is this trust that allows you to remain patient even when things may appear uncertain. Patience is also an act of surrender. It involves letting go of the need to control every aspect of the process and allowing the universe to handle the details. Too often, people try to micromanage their manifestations, holding on tightly to the how and when of their desires. But when you are too focused on the mechanics of how something will come about, you are likely to block the very thing you seek. Surrendering control means allowing yourself to relax into the process and trust that the universe will bring your desires to you in the best way possible. You do not need to know how everything will unfold. You only need to trust that it will and allow the universe to handle the rest. Patience also means not getting discouraged by temporary setbacks or challenges. Often when we set out to create something new, obstacles will arise. These obstacles are not signs of failure, but rather opportunities for growth. They are tests of your resolve and your faith. It is important to view setbacks not as reasons to give up, but as part of the journey toward achieving your desires. Strengthen your belief and build your resilience. When you face difficulties, remind yourself that every step, every obstacle, and every moment of waiting is bringing you closer to the realization of your goals. The more you embrace this mindset, the easier it becomes to navigate the challenges that arise along the way. The cultivation of patience also requires that you stay connected to your inner state. Your external world is a reflection of your internal state, and the more you can maintain a state of calm, peace, and confidence, the more quickly your desires will manifest. This is why patience is so powerful. It helps you to maintain an unwavering belief in your vision, even when you cannot see immediate results. It is easy to be positive and confident when things are going well, but true power comes when you can maintain that same level of belief and calm, even when you cannot yet see evidence of change. In moments of impatience, it is essential to return to your vision, reaffirm your belief, and reconnect with the feeling of already having what you desire. This emotional alignment is what allows your desires to materialize. One of the greatest benefits of patience is that it teaches you to live in the present moment. So often, people focus so much on the future that they fail to appreciate the present. The future is built in the present, and the more you focus on the current moment, the more you will align yourself with the flow of abundance. Patience teaches you to enjoy the journey, to trust the process, and to remain present with each step you take. The more you appreciate where you are right now, the more you will create the space for wealth to flow into your life. When you are patient, you are no longer waiting for a future event to bring you happiness. Instead, you are enjoying the process of creating wealth, knowing that it is already on its way. It is also important to understand that the cultivation of patience strengthens your relationship with the universe. Patience is a form of trust and surrender, both of which are essential when it comes to co-creating with the universe. The more patient you are, the more you are able to let go of any resistance or fear. The universe responds to your vibration, and when you are patient, you are signaling to the universe that you trust in its timing and that you are ready to receive the wealth that is already on its way. Patience is not simply about waiting. It is about maintaining a state of alignment with your desires and holding firm to the belief that what you desire is already coming to you. The more you embrace patience as a virtue, the more you will see that your desires are manifesting at the perfect time. Trust in the process. Surrender the need to control and allow your desires to unfold in their own perfect timing. Through patience, you align yourself with the natural flow of the universe, and wealth will come to you with ease and grace. In conclusion, the journey of manifesting wealth is a process that requires unwavering belief, focused intention, and patience. It is not merely about repeating affirmations or visualizing the end result. It is about embodying the feeling of already having what you desire and allowing that energy to permeate every thought, word, and action you take. The power lies not just in the words you speak, but in the conviction with which you speak them. The belief in your worthiness and the emotional resonance you attach to your desires. Your subconscious mind, being the creative force behind your reality, responds to the thoughts and feelings you consistently feed it. As you move forward, remember that patience plays a crucial role in this process. Wealth does not appear overnight, but it is always on its way when you trust in the unfolding of the process, surrender control, and remain steadfast in your belief that what you desire is already yours. Each moment of waiting is not a moment of stagnation, but a part of the divine order that is bringing you closer to the wealth you seek. By speaking words of abundance with conviction, visualizing your desires as already fulfilled, and trusting the timing of the universe, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. Wealth, in its fullest sense, is not just about material gain, but about embracing the richness of life in all its forms: health, opportunities, joy, and personal growth. When you live in alignment with these truths, you create an abundant life that reflects your deepest desires. Through persistence, clarity, and alignment, you bring your wealth into physical form, knowing that everything you seek is already within your reach.